What's up guys, Protagonist here, and today I'll be doing a product opening of the Gold Paladin G-Start Deck, Knight of the Suns. This is the very first G-Start deck in the Japanese format, as English already have gotten in Odyssey of the Interspatial Dragon. However, I definitely recommend you guys who are starting out Vanguard to try out this start deck because it is relatively cheap, probably the cheapest try deck you have in the market right now, and definitely worth the money. However, I recommend you guys who get 2 copies of the try deck because unfortunately Gurgi is only at 2, and Gurgi is definitely a must play at 4. Alright, let us go on to the product opening and go through the contents right now. Alright, let's take a look at the design of the box first. Let's admire it before we destroy it. Yeah, right. So apparently in Japan it's only 500 yen, which is actually very much cheaper. Unfortunately, due to import prices, when they arrive at other countries, it's definitely going to be much expensive. However, it's still good enough. And I know that many people actually love Gold Paladins because of how it's Gold and it's Paladins. Yeah, so G-Start deck is actually this G-Start deck is actually a perfect way to start Vanguard with a cool new avatar like Gurgit. Definitely one of my favorite Gold Paladins. Right, let's bust open this box and see what we got. Definitely very interesting. Definitely much better than Odyssey of Interspatial Dragon, which is actually quite effed up. Alright, so apparently we get a copy of Gold Scourge Point Dragon, a Gold Paladin Strike. This is very good in Gold Paladins. If you watch my duo videos with my Gurgit deck, I use this most of the time. This ability is whenever a unit is called into the Rearguard Circle from your deck, that unit and this unit gets a 5k power. So with the ability of Gold Paladin to superior call tons of units, this guy is gonna get a huge power, and it helps power up your Rearguards that's being called as well. So amazing card, definitely want to get more of these for your Gurgit deck. Let's put this one side. Right. Apparently they came up with the new first guide, which is a pretty small piece of paper. Very cute, very nice. You can read Japanese. These are definitely important information if you're studying up the game. Yeah, but you guys are pros, right? Most of the people who watch my videos are professionals. The noobs here is the card protagonist, which is a scrub. And this is apparently something that I do not understand. So I'm going to put it one side. And let's get on to a playmat. I'm very excited to playmat, and because every time I see playmat it has good designs. Oh wait, it's just a golden design. Cool, whatever. But let's take a look at the back. It's a very nice introduction of the character Tayo. Apparently a kid that treats Chrono as his senpai because Chrono checks trigger for days. And a bunch of combos that you can learn that I can never understand. But don't worry, if you watch my videos long enough, you should know how to play it. Alright, there are some cards here that are pretty interesting. Because they have reviewed some cards that are not shown in the official Vanguard website yet. These 3 cards are actually from the GB7 series, and I'm going to tell you their facts. This beautiful doggy right here. His skill is, he's a grade 3, a 10k, GB1. When you control a unit with, so GB1 Unite. When you control a unit with Gurgit, this unit gains intercept and plus 5k shield. So this is the first grade 3 that can intercept, just downright intercepts. And the second ability is when this unit enters the Rearguard Circle, it gains boost. So damn it, it's a grade 3 booster. Very interesting card. I'll definitely play in my Gurgit deck because it is a 1-turn 10k booster, and it can intercept as well. Pretty damn interesting. Second ability is this guy. Obviously this is, even though they didn't show rarity, we all know that this is when your Gurgit attacks, you can put a soul gain plus 5k draw on card. So it's a typical double R. This is a double R card. And this Mage Girl, when this unit is placed onto your Vanguard Rearguard Circle from your deck, yeah, you can Soul Blast 1 to gain plus 5k power and 5k shield. So it's interesting because you can combo up with Gurgit's skill, which allows you to call to your Guardian Circle as well to protect your life for 10k shield. Right, that's all. So let us go on to the main part of the product review, which is the actual deck itself. Then Tayo one side. I'm really excited for this. Trigger? Nope. Bad. Alright, first we have 2 copies of Knight of Sunrise Ray Knight Gurgits. Its ability is Generation Break 2. You may counter blast 1 and soul blast 1 at the beginning of a guard step of a battle that this unit is attacked. You may pay the cost. If you do, look at the top 4 cards of the deck and select up to 1 card among them and call it to your Guardian Circle as rest. And shuffle your deck. Alright, this skill is really awesome because at the cost of 1 counter blast and 1 soul blast, you'll be able to superior call the top 4 cards of the deck to protect your life. Something I really love about this card is you could utilize its skill with the perfect guard to help you gamble out a perfect guard if you really need it. So yeah, a very handy skill to have since it is both a defensive skill and it has both offensive and defensive skills. Now let's go into offensive skill with the second skill. Second skill, Counter Blast 1. When your unit strikes, you may pay the cost of 1 Counter Blast. If you do, look at the top 4 cards of the deck and superior call 1 card among them and add 2k to that power. So yeah, basically every time you strike, you can gain a +1 at the cost of 1 Counter Blast. Very nice card. That's why you have to play 4 copies. However, 2 is nice. And it is an alternate art of the old Gurgit. 2 copies. Next is 2 copies of 2 Golden Dragon Ray Breath Dragon. They have weird names. Right. What it does is unite. So the unite ability is a new skill for Gold Paladins. This ability activates if you have 2 or more cards are called to the Rearguard Circle or the Guardian Circle for this turn. So its skill is Unite. This unit gains a 5k power. All your rearguards in the front row gains plus 2k. So it's a strike, especially for Gold Paladins. New Unite skill, pretty cool. It's great because sometimes Gold Paladin tend to call a lot of shit, and getting the plus 2k actually fix a lot of magic numbers. So it's very nice to play in your deck. Definitely play more of these. Next is 4 Divinity Lancer Dragons. Divinity Lancer skill is Unite. When this unit attacks the Vanguard, it gains plus 3k until the end of that battle. So it's a 14k beat stick, pretty nice. 14k attacker for grade 3. 2 copies of Blade Cross Lions. Blade Cross skill is Generation Break 1. When this unit attacks the Vanguard, it gains plus 6k power. Second skill is Counter Blast 2. When this unit is placed on the Vanguard circle, you may pay the cost. If you do, look at the top 4 cards of the deck and choose select one of them as superior card to your Rearguard circle and put the rest at the bottom of the deck in any order. So you must take note not to shuffle a deck or you get DQ'd. Very simple. Alright, let's go to grade 2s. The grade 2s we have is 4 Knight of Dawnlight, Jago. It's basically our 10k vanilla, like many trial decks. Very solid to have early game. If you ride it, you can mitigate a lot of attacks. Next is 2 Holy Mage Elio. When this unit attack hits the Vanguard, you may pay the cost of Counter Blasting 1 and putting this guy into your soul. If you do, look at the top 3 cards of the deck and superior call one of them into your open Rearguard circle and put the rest of them in the bottom of the deck in any order. So basically it's a pressure card. When the attack hits the Vanguard, you can Counter Blast 1 to recruit a new attack. Well, if it's a attack big enough, you can actually attack once again. So yeah. 2 copies of Knight of New Sun Captilus. Captilus skill is Unite. This unit gains 3k power. So yeah, pretty simple. It's just mostly there for the Unite keyword. Next is 2 copies of the GB1's E-Special Intercepts. So it gains plus, it's a 15k intercept. So it's pretty decent, I guess, in the start deck. Next, grade 1s. 4 copies of Morning Shadow. Knight of Morning Shadow Key Marcus. So it's our 8k vanilla, trial deck stuff. Next is 2 Knights of Red Day, Runo. GB1, when this unit boosts a unit with the Unite ability, it gains us 2k power. So it's a 9k booster for most of your stuff which are Unite in the deck. 9k booster, good to have. 4 copies of Dawning Knight Gorbuduk. Yeah, I forgot what his name is. It's very weird. This is what I love about this start deck. It gives you 4 freaking Strike Foders. This is basically our Strike Fodder deck. When this unit is, and the second skill is to recruit your Gurgits. When this unit is placed on the Rearguard circle from your hand, you may reveal a grade 3 of your deck. Grade 3 from your hand. If you do, search your deck for a copy of Gurgit, add it to your hand, and discard 1 card. So consistency fixed, and you're playing a strike deck, so you gotta play 4. Very nice, and it's an alternate art compared to the GBD3 one. 2 copy of Holy Mage Candice. Candice is so cute. She's probably one of the best looking Gold Paladin perfect cards we have for now, And she works perfectly in the Gurgit deck because she's able to activate through Gurgit's defensive skill, which is to superior call from the deck. The G Perfect Guards are unable to do that because G Perfect Guards require you to use it from your hand, and this can be used from the deck. So this is why she's very good in the Gurgit deck. I'll definitely play 4 copies of her to replace the G Perfect Guards. I don't actually use G Perfect Guards, I use the O Perfect Guards as well, but she's a female one, so she looks very nice. 3 copies of Kresgal. Kresgal's skill is when this unit is placed on Red Circle, select one of your other units against a 2k power. It doesn't have a GB skill, so if early game you could actually pump up some magic numbers to go for face. Very painful. And finally, starter we have here is Knight of Early Dawn Coel. His ability is GB1 Unite. Put this guy into your soul and look at top 3 cards of the deck and superior call one of them. And then that unit gains a 2k power. What's wonderful about this guy is he doesn't have a Counter Blast cost. So you could use this guy, switch it out for another unit, and go on with life. No Counter Blast cost. Freaking amazing. Now for trigger lineups. 2 crits, 4 draws, 4 stand triggers, owls. I can show you the art. There's an owl. 4 heals. Oh my god, these heals are amazing. Definitely gonna use this heal in my new deck now. Very beautiful card. And 2 copies of Flame of Victory. Very good card. When this guy's activate, place this guy from a regular circle in your soul and select 1 unit on your field against a 3k power. So yeah, Flame of Victory. Play 4. Awesome. So I hope you guys enjoy my product review on the Sun Knights. So be sure to add me on Facebook and subscribe if you want more deck profiles and product reviews. I'll be doing how you can upgrade this deck very soon. So yeah, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more information. Peace out and love you guys.